We like to say your new life begins with a new thought. And that's wonderful. Your new life begins with a new thought. But what makes this thought new? It turns out researchers used to say we have 70,000 thoughts a day. Other researchers did a different sort of counting, and they said 6,000 thoughts a day, but maybe more. And they're doing brain scans and stuff to determine when we're having a thought. But even 6,000 thoughts a day is a lot, if you consider the number of waking hours that you have. And the other thing that the research has shown is that 90% of those thoughts are negative. What? 90% of our thoughts are negative. That's a little either alarming or disheartening. 90% of our thoughts are negative, and we have 6,000 to 70,000 of them a day. And the term for that is rumination. And I'm going to give you the definition of rumination. Rumination is repetitive, obsessive dwelling on negative thoughts, feelings, or past problems, getting stuck in a mental loop without finding solutions, often worsening mood, anxiety, depression, and interfering with daily functioning. Okay, raise your hand if you want some of that. No takers? Okay. But if 90% of our thoughts are negative, and we're having all those negative thoughts a day, then where are they coming from, and what's up with that? And is there something that we can do about it? Well, the first thing that comes to my mind is when, and that I can speak for myself, when I start having those thoughts, they're familiar. I recognize them. The negative thoughts that I have are repeats. It's like my golden oldies. It's the greatest hits album getting played in my head over and over and over again. And you know what your track is like. Some of them are self-critical, self-doubt, if only I shoulda, woulda, coulda, those sorts of things. Some of them are judgmental about somebody else who's been behaving like a jerk. And it is possible that the jerk-like behavior was hours or days or months or years ago, and we still get to think about it again. So notice if your thoughts are familiar. And if they are, then get the idea, is that a thought that I really want to be having? And for whatever reason, get stuck in our heads and we get to repeat those thoughts. When it happens with a snippet of a song, it's called an earworm, and we're all familiar with that. I could sing the Barney song for you, and you'd have that one planted in your head for a while, and I'm not going to. But it's on repeat, and it's unnecessary, and it's just because our mind has something to grab onto, and it does, and it goes through that. And sometimes it's, at least for me, it's the sequence of thinking. It's like, I think about this thing, it makes me think about that thing, think about that person, have that judgment that I've always had about that person. This is a situation that's bad, and of course it was bad in the 1970s, and I can probably let go of it now. It doesn't really have to affect my life anymore. But when we say your new life begins with a new thought, the first thing we need to do is figure out how to have a new thought. And the first step in having a new thought is to notice what you're thinking. As the rumination goes on, as those negative thoughts are coming up, the 90% negative, and negative is not an external judgment. I can't tell you what the negative and positive thoughts in your mind are. They're just thoughts, and you know when they're negative. One of those things where you know it when you see it. So notice what you're thinking, and then decide, is that what you want to be thinking? And if it is what you want to be thinking, go for it. Continue along doing that, wonderful. And if not, you get to pivot. And the pivot is to be able to turn away from that dark idea that you're having, that whatever it is that you're experiencing as negative. Instead of just saying no, no, no to the negative and trying to get a double negative, which leaves a vacuum and there's really no way for that to work, is to say, what do I want to have instead? If I turn towards the light, what's the experience that I want to be having instead? So choose a new thought. And then once you choose the new thought, use your brain's favorite trick and repeat it. And repeat it, and repeat it, and repeat it. Because you can create a new earworm for yourself, a new rumination, but of something positive, something desirable, something that you want to have. And if you're at a loss for where to start, I'm going to reintroduce to you at the beginning of 2026 RPAs, Rapid Pace Affirmations. And this is something that we do in our Beyond Limits class, and repeatedly throughout our teaching. It's really easy to insert some thoughts that we want to have into that cycle. So I'm going to go through them very quickly, and this is just the standard list. You can make your own. Here are the rapid pace affirmations. I am worthy. I am prosperous. I am enough. I am beautiful. I am powerful. I am gifted. I am loved. And you can add other ones in there. And these are very simple, very straightforward. I am, and then something that we would want to experience or embody. I am worthy. I am prosperous. I am enough. I am beautiful. I am powerful. I am gifted. I am loved. And what would happen if those were the thoughts that were going through your head 6,000 to 70,000 times a day? I am worthy. I am prosperous. I am enough. I am beautiful. I am powerful. I am gifted. I am loved. It works. You can do it. Just as a little gift for you, I'm going to put them into the chat so that you have them. I am worthy. I am prosperous. I am enough. I am beautiful. I am powerful. I am gifted. I am loved. What I'd like you to do is take that for yourself. Close your eyes if you're comfortable doing that, and I will say the words, and you can accept them for true about yourself. And see what happens as you hear those. I am worthy. I am prosperous. I am enough. I am beautiful. I am powerful. I am gifted. I am loved. I am worthy. I am prosperous. I am enough. I am beautiful. I am powerful. I am gifted. I am loved. Are there any of those that your mind says, well, that could be true, and others were going, I don't know. I don't know if that's true about me. And it's okay. It's okay, because this is not something that everybody has to do in exactly the same way. This is an exercise that we get to go through and move through the process. What happens when you tell yourself over and over again, I am worthy, I am prosperous, I am enough, I am beautiful, I am powerful, I am gifted, I am loved. I am worthy, I am prosperous, I am enough, I am beautiful, I am powerful, I am gifted, I am loved. As we repeat those, we get to bring a new idea in. Our new thoughts have the possibility of creating a new life. Ernest Holmes said, change your thinking, change your life, which is very simple. It's the essence of the religious science teaching, and it's not necessarily that easy to do because those old thoughts have a lot of stickiness to them. As Mike Dooley says, thoughts become things. And he says, choose the good ones. So if you're going to be having 90,000 thoughts a day, or even just 6,000 thoughts a day, which ones do you want to have? And as you're going through the process of choosing the thoughts that you want to be repeating, that you want to be embracing, that you want to have, be aware of the situation that you're in. Not everything is necessarily good, and not everything is necessarily bad. There's some nuance. We get to respond accordingly. It's about choosing the life that you want to have. So if your new life begins with a new thought, what kind of thoughts do we want to have? And that's going to lead to what kind of life do we want to have? For example, if the house is on fire, some people are trained, run out of the house. Firefighters are trained, run into the house. And it's not like one of them is bad and one of them is good, because they both serve a purpose. And the idea is not to say, I'm automatically going to do this because somebody told me to and this is the rule. What's working for me? How can I bring more love and more good into the situation? For somebody who is unprepared, untrained, and ill-equipped, running into a burning house is a really bad idea. And for somebody who can change a house fire into a used-to-be-on-fire house, it's really good. Really good to be able to do that. Great question came up. It's about decluttering. The same thing. If you didn't already own it, would you buy it again? If you didn't already own it, would you buy it again? And that makes it a much easier question of what is it that I want to be creating? What do I want to be bringing into my life? Because the creative power in the universe is perfectly willing to respond with a yes to whatever it is that we give it. And if I'm going through those 60,000 thoughts a day, or however many there are, about the negativity, then I get to experience that and have all of the stuff that is a result that the psychologists talk about of rumination, of worsening moods and anxiety and depression and interference with daily function. And it's not necessary. It's not necessary. We can choose the thoughts that we want to be focusing on and allow that to create something new for us. If you like the situation of your life, double down. Say, I want to have some more of that. Invite it in even more strongly. Use the RPAs to invite in that experience even more greatly and richly and deeply. And the best way to keep it going is to share it. When we're talking about prosperity, it's about tithing, it's about giving something back. In all of the other areas, it's about finding something worthy and worthwhile in another person or an organization, something that's going on, and support that. Be present for it. Once you know that you're enough, what are you going to be enough for? What are you going to bring into the world? Beautiful? Yeah, bring some more beauty in. Create some artwork. Do something beautiful. Do something wonderful. Help somebody clean up a thing that they've got that's already beautiful and can be even more beautiful. Claim your power. Own your gifts and know that you're loved. I am worthy. I am prosperous. I am enough. I am beautiful. I am powerful. I am gifted. I am loved. And it's true. And the more strongly and deeply you claim it, the more true it becomes, because that infinite creative power is always saying yes. So as an experiment, as we're kicking off 2026, try trading in some of the rumination thoughts for some positive, happy, uplifting thoughts. You can use the list that I've given you or come up with some of your own or mix and match. We turn these into little cards that you can carry around in your purse or wallet or pocket and just use them as a reminder of the love and the light that you are. You can write them down on an index card. You can put them into your reminder system on your phone. I'm sure you can turn it into an app if you've got that sort of technical acumen. And remember that it's true. You are worthy. You are prosperous. You are enough. You are beautiful. You are powerful. You are gifted. And I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you are loved. So it is.